Hi, I'm Jason Smith, master builder at the Fender Custom Shop. Right now, I'm just going through and doing some wiring on pickguard assemblies for the month, trying to figure out this new circuit that I'm coming up. So basically what you have going on here is you have a single hum set up on a Strat, right? And what I have going on is a 250K, 500K stack pot volume. So you can separate your humbucker into the 500K and your single coils going through the 250. And then your tones, you have this tone here will be a 250K pot with a 1 picofarad cap for your single coils. This is a 500K pot with a 0.02 cap that is dedicated to the humbucker only. So what I have going on is the way your input jack runs through the switch, it is actually separating your pickups and your tones through either the 500K or the 250K, depending on what the pickup is. So your humbucker doesn't sound muddy, because typically if you put a humbucker in with a 250K pot, like the standard pots that come in a Strat with single coils, the humbucker ends up sounding kind of muddy. And vice versa, if you change all of your pots to a 500K with the single coils are now going to sound much brighter. And that's not necessarily a desirable tone for most. So by doing this, you're able to separate them through the appropriate capacitors and the appropriate pots. This is something new that we've been doing. We're also doing it on a telly as well. So if you have a Telecaster with a humbucker in the neck and a telly bridge pickup, you can actually do a similar wiring and separate your humbucker to the 500K and your single going through your 250K. That painting was done by an artist that I've worked with. In fact, she has the cover photo on the 2024 Custom Shop calendar. She painted a guitar for me as a prestige piece a couple years ago. That painting, though, she did for my band's most recent album. So that's actually the album cover. Echovox. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on basically all streaming platforms. Websites, echovoxband.com. There's links to all of the music that's up. I play bass in the band. Well, the majority of my orders, as you can see from what's here that's painted, are Strats. So we get more orders for Strats than anything else. I love to build basses because I play them. So I think I'm more experimental when it comes to doing a bass. I'm more searching for a tone that I have in my head. So I'll be working more on different pickup designs and trying different woods and stuff like that. I mainly gravitate to bass builds because I happen to play them. But you know, the majority of my orders happen to be Strats, followed by tellies, and basses are in there. But you know, being a bassist, I understand once you find that one bass you love, you don't really need another one. Yeah. Where a typical guitarist is going to have, they might have 5 of the same guitar, but they're in different colors. So you know, I think there's a different mindset when it comes to a bassist versus guitarist as far as what they're looking for. You spend a lot of time here. So I probably spend more time here than I do at home. So I need to make this as comfortable as I want it to be. So, I mean, you'll notice there's artwork up, and there's, you know, I have my little toys and everything else. And it's just it makes it more inviting of a workplace for me when I come in. You know, you come in the morning and you open the door and you're like, yeah, this is my second home. Yeah, I've been involved or around Fender since I was about 5 years old. My dad started working here in 1981, and you know, this kind of became my second family. There was a lot of people that still work here that I've known since I was a little kid, before I worked here. And you know, I was always kind of gravitated towards messing with electronics and stuff like that, and messing with all of my own gear, and it just seemed like a natural fit when it came time to kind of start a career path to just do it here. You know, it was like, I mean, where else would I want to be if you come to work and there's guys here that you've known since you were a little kid? It's like working with your family. So, you know, it's always just been more of a fun place because of that. I think it definitely takes away from that 9 to 5 grind of a standard job. Disney had a ride years ago called the Country Bear Jamboree, and it was like an animated live kind of a show thing, and that was one of the characters in it. But we used to joke around here that character reminded everybody of my dad because he kind of looked like him, you know, big guy, looked like a giant bear, and he just had that same kind of gravelly voice and that same kind of demeanor. So I used to joke with my dad all the time about how he was part of the Country Bear Jamboree. So when he passed away, a friend of mine actually painted me that and sent it to me. He worked here for 25 years, and then he retired in '07. We didn't work together per se. He at one point, so he was the head of marketing and artist relations for a long time, and then he was towards the end of his career. I want to say the last like 10 years of his career, he was the vice president of R&D. And at one point, they had put him in kind of co-managing the custom shop. So he was kind of taking care of all of the administrative side while Mike Eldred was here handling all of the day-to-day on the shop floor stuff. Because we couldn't work directly together because of, you know, nepotism laws and all that stuff. But I mean, we definitely were in the same building, and we'd bounce ideas off of each other all of the time, and you know, argue like father and son do, and you know, it was good. It was fun.